making a second part to the video that I just put up. Here's something else that I want to say. And this is mainly to the mainstream media and the outlets that supported Diddy, even when all the receipts was coming out. And then finally, right now, they're distancing themselves from, or ones who really barely said anything, even when these stories were coming out, or who haven't said anything. The same energy you have for Diddy, and yeah, well, who I'm about to name is two other black men. Same energy you have for Diddy, have that for the same energy you have for Chris Brown and for Ray Rice, have that for Diddy as well. Because y'all condemned Chris Brown, even though, to be honest, he's done some things to bring it on himself, but that's a whole nother discussion. Y'all came at Chris Brown without knowing the whole story. And then when the whole story came out, you still went with that narrative. Y'all came at Ray Rice without knowing the whole story. And when the whole story came out, you still went with the narrative. Well, they ain't men. They shouldn't put their hands on women no matter what. Have that same energy for P. Diddy. Now, some have. I ain't going to totally say. I think somebody off The Talk or The View condemned him publicly, saying the LAPD may not be able to arrest him, but we certainly as a society can shun him. And, you know, I ain't getting into the whole, well, they don't do this to this white guy. They don't do that to one. Steve do this. No, I ain't listening to that right now. We focusing on Diddy and how the mainstream media seems to pick and choose. Even among black men, they seem to pick and choose who to go after. They condemned Ray Rice. They condemned Chris Brown. They should be just as public with Diddy. And here's the difference. Diddy, you actually saw evidence. And we know the story. Cassie Ventura's statement, her deposition or whatever for that civil suit can be found. We can find experts at that. And it lines up to, and this video evidence that came out recently lines up to what she was saying. Have that same energy for Diddy that you did for Chris Brown and for Ray Rice. Even though we found out later that it was actually mutual combat. Yeah, Rihanna, yeah, should she have been beat on like that? No, but she started it. Same thing with Janae Rice. She started it. She also had to take domestic violence counseling and all that, the same as Ray Rice did, but the media only focused on Ray Rice. But then when it comes to P. Diddy, yeah, they've reported and showed the footage. They showed that weak-ass apology that he had, and yeah, it was weak sauce, man. He'd have been better off not saying anything. That man's eyes and soul is as dead as a doorknob. In fact, I've seen corpses at funerals that still had more life than what Diddy showed in that apology. But nevertheless, they are really slow and really quiet. Even the more, shall we say, feminist type shows, I noticed they've been real slow about saying something about him. But they were all loud and proud when it came to Ray Rice and Chris Brown. And yeah, those are, you come up with several examples, but those are the main two I'm focusing on. But they're kind of slow when it comes to Diddy. They're kind of slow. So that's all I'm saying. Have that same energy, even though have that same energy that you had with those two for Diddy. And Diddy, in my eyes, is way worse than either one of those guys. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm out.